Okay, so people have been requesting videos on turning for a while now, and I've kind of been pushing it off, so yeah, here we are. So I'm gonna make a little mini series out of this. The first video that is, will be on grip, because we kind of have to start at the base of how I turn, since a lot of the things that I do depend on how I hold it and what I can and then also can't do. So to start, I hold my two thumbs on these two front centers here, and then I hold my middle finger, middle fingers on kind of like the back or the top left corner of either center, kind of like that. And then I have my two pointer fingers close to the bottom of that center, which is nice because that allows me to do things like U's and U primes with either hand, since my fingers are there. And then so that's kind of how I hold it, like that. And then on the bottom, I just hold, my fingers are kind of just hanging out down there. Pinky is generally on like this, this front side of the of those edges, and then my ring fingers are just hanging out back there. This is nice because it allows me to do all kinds of different wrist turnings, so like sledges, hedges, I mix those two up, but those kinds of things. And then also with our flick moves, and then B moves are also quite nice because all I need to do is just reach up and then kind of release with my other fingers like that. And then same thing for that. So, but I can get into that stuff in another video. And I'll likely make another specific video on finger tricks. So like I'll go over the pushes and pulls for U's and U primes, and then also how I do B moves. The only issue I've encountered with this kind of grip, and this is something that some other people will do, like Timon, but doing rotationless last layer, and there's only a couple cases that you can do it for, but for like, for example, this, some people like him can do that from this grip, but the problem is I can't do that fast with this grip because my fingers, so if you see on the bottom, my fingers will catch there. So I think if you were to like kind of regrip, it's possible, but I find that annoying. So that's probably the only downside that I can think of that goes with this grip. And it's also nice because it allows you to do tips with all your fingers and still kind of have a nice steady grip on the cube. So that's all I have for the grip video. Keep in mind that this is just what works for me. It probably will not work for everybody else since I have fairly long fingers and I can easily reach and do things like that. So you'll have to experiment with it a bit yourself and see what works and what doesn't. The next video will cover different types of turning, so like wrist, flick, and how different combinations of those can work well in yourselves. Thanks for watching.